President Ramnath Kovind inaugurates new Darbar Hall in Raj Bhavan, Mumbai. Budget to bring continuity and stability in economy, says Finance Minister. Rajya Sabha adjourned. PCI announces revised dates of voting for first and second phase for Manipur Legislative Assembly poll. Meghalaya Chief Minister says Farmers' Welfare Program focus to benefit over 4.5 lakh farmers. And in cricket, in the third and final match of India-West Indies ODI series, West Indies chases a target of 266 runs. A very good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of Doordarshan Guwahati. This is Hongita Kakuti Pathok bringing you the stories in detail. President Ramnath Kovind today inaugurated the new Darbar Hall in Raj Bhavan in Mumbai. The reconstructed Darbar Hall stands on the same place where the old Darbar Hall stood. The new hall has a seating capacity of 750 to the earlier capacity of 225. Kovind inaugurated the people and the government of Maharashtra and said that the name of the state itself implies that it is the great state of India. Meanwhile, Governor of Maharashtra Bhagat Singh Koshyari, Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, along with other eminent personalities, were also present on the occasion.
परंपरा को बचाए रखते हुए समय की मांग के अनुसार आधुनिकता का वर्णन करना विवेकपूर्ण होता है। राष्ट्रपति भवन की तरह ये राजभवन भी आज के युग में विश्व के सबसे बड़े लोकतंत्र के जनमानस की आशाओं और आकांक्षाओं का संवैधानिक प्रतीक बन चुका है। इसका इतिहास भले ही अंग्रेजी उपनिवेश के महत्व से जुड़ा हो, इसका वर्तमान और भविष्य महाराष्ट्र और पूरे देश की गौरव यात्रा से जुड़ा है।
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman asserted that the government's inflation management is robust as the inflation rate stands at 6.2% despite the challenges posed by the unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic. While discussing the Union Budget 2020-23 in the Rajya Sabha today, she talked about stability and creating modern infrastructure in the upcoming 25 years. She said the budget will bring continuity and stability in the economy. Meanwhile, talking about the various initiatives of the government, Sitharaman said PM Gati Shakti is guiding the government to create modern infrastructure across the country and also focusing on the adoption of technology to improve governance. She further added that a budgetary provision of 7.5 lakh crore rupees has been made for building infrastructure in the country. Rajya Sabha has been adjourned till 10 a.m. of 14th March 2022 as the first part of the budget session ended today. The House will meet after recess in the second part of the budget session. Meanwhile, Deputy Chairman Harivansh said that the first part of the session did not witness any forced adjournment and the upper house functioned half an hour more than its scheduled time. He termed the session as effective and positive and expressed hope that the same spirit will continue in the future. The Election Commission of India announced the revised date of voting for the first and second phase of the 12th general election of Manipur Legislative Assembly. The Commission announced the revised date of voting for the first phase at 28th February, while the voting for the second phase will be held on 5th March. The last date of filing nomination papers for the second phase is today. Meanwhile, the scrutiny for nomination papers for the second phase will be held on 14th February, and the last date of withdrawal of candidature will be 16th February. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today said that the NPP-led MDA government launched the innovative Inclusive Farmers Welfare Program Focus, which will benefit over 4.5 lakh farmers in the state. Through this program, the farmers are grouped together as Farmers Collective Producers Groups. Financial assistance of 5,000 each to every member in the group is provided. An estimated rupees 200 crore has been earmarked for this Inclusive Farmers Program. Meanwhile, Sangma also attended the SGH Mela at the same venue and extended financial assistance worth of over rupees 1 crore to 29 village organizations and self-help groups.
Unigaman Dali program yagi sa program obay no bak tham dunga.
Time now for a short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
डिजिटल बैंकिंग का है जमाना, टाइम है बचाना। डिजिटल बैंकिंग है आसान, करो चाहे कोई भुगतान, एनी टाइम एनीवेयर, सेफ है, फास्ट है, हर पेमेंट उंगलियों पे सेट है। लेन देन के हैं ऑप्शंस कई, IMPS, NEFT, UPI भी। 24 घंटे करते ये काम, पेमेंट आसान और रहे आराम। RBI कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back to the Northeast News. Union Minister of State for Rural Development and Steel, Fagan Singh Kolaste, met Mizoram Governor Dr. Hari Babu Kambhampati today on his maiden trip to Mizoram. The two leaders discussed issues pertaining to rural development in Mizoram and steel PSUs in the country. The Union Minister also interacted with officials from the Rural Development Department, Aizawl. He stressed that employment generation for people in rural areas must be intensified through the various central sector schemes so that people can have regular income. He further asked the officials to strengthen self-help groups and popularize them while expanding their existing marketing network. He further added that importance to agricultural and horticultural products must be given in a focused manner.
First,
Tripura Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Dev today inaugurated a newly constructed sub-divisional hospital building at Panisagar. He also distributed Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana Ayushman Bharat card to the beneficiaries. Dev added that under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, everyone will have access to world-class healthcare facilities. Meanwhile, Dev took to his Twitter handle and further informed that he also inaugurated the newly constructed SDM office building at Panisagar and said that the office will make government facilities more accessible to the residents of the area. In cricket, chasing a target of 266, West Indies were 44 for a loss of 3 wickets in the third and final match of the ODI series against India at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad till the last reports came in. Meanwhile, the host scored 265 runs all out in the stipulated 50 overs. Shreyas Iyer played an excellent knock for India, smashing 80 runs off 111 balls, and Rishabh Pant also registered a half-century. Jason Holder took 4 wickets for West Indies. A dominant India will be looking to complete a series sweep. Earlier, India won the toss and chose to bat. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma informed that the government has decided to relax and lift few COVID restrictions in the state, which will be effective from today onwards. Double vaccinated individuals will not require RT-PCR tests to enter the state. Night curfew will be lifted. Only double vaccinated people will be permitted in bars, restaurants and movie theatres. Meanwhile, the odd-even rule for private vehicles will continue, he added. No prior permissions will be required for funerals. Large public gatherings will be permitted with prior permission from DCs and SDOs. Lastly, all schools will reopen from 14th Feb for classes 1 to 5, especially in the capital.
The RT-PCR test anymore. Night curfew will be lifted. Schools will be fully functional from Monday onwards. That is class 1 to 5 in Shillong especially. For funerals, no permissions will be required, but COVID protocols need to be followed. For large gatherings and public meetings, only.
In the COVID-19 update for Northeast, Arunachal Pradesh has reported 978 active cases, even as discharged cases stand at 62,619. The tally for the dead is 293. In Assam, the active caseload is 4,421, while the cured cases account for 7,10,619. The death toll is 6,590. Manipur has 2,397 active cases, even as the released cases account for 1,31,058. The death toll touched 2,075. Meghalaya has recorded 1,020 active cases, even as dismissed cases are 90,188. The tally for the dead is 1,558. With a caseload of 12,686 active cases, Mizoram has reported 1,78,071 discharged cases, even as the dead account for 633. With 549 active cases, Nagaland has 33,784 discharged cases, even as the death toll is 749. Sikkim has 541 active cases, followed by 37,890 discharged cases, even as the tally for the dead is 437. Reporting 307 active cases, Tripura has 99,535 cured cases. The tally for the dead is 919. Over 171 crore 79 lakh doses of COVID vaccine have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. The Health Ministry said 48 lakh 18,000 doses were administered yesterday. Meanwhile, with over 1 lakh 50,000 recoveries in the last 24 hours, total recoveries in the country rose to 4 crore 13 lakh 31,158. India's active case load currently stands at 6 lakh 97,802 as over 58,000 new cases were recorded in the last 24 hours. Over 14 lakh tests were conducted in the last 24 hours. In Nagaland, a 4-day photo exhibition to mark the 75 years of India's independence and the contribution and sacrifices of our freedom fighters for the nation is being held by the Regional Outreach Bureau, Kohima, as a part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Chief guest Adela Moa, Director of Art and Culture, said that Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is an initiative of the government to celebrate the glorious history of its people, culture and achievements. Meanwhile, Dr. Vitso Yano, Principal of Modern College, also said that the exhibition will benefit the students. In Manipur, with an aim of developing in-village piped water supply infrastructure to supply water to rural households, develop a reliable drinking water source and augmented it to provide long-term sustainability of water supply system, the Har Ghar Pani campaign was undertaken by the Assam Rifles in Tamenglong district. This water supply scheme was completed in record 43 days. And to end the news, the main points once again. President Ramnath Kovind inaugurates new Darbar Hall in Raj Bhavan, Mumbai. Budget to bring continuity and stability in economy, says Finance Minister. Rajya Sabha adjourned. ECI announces revised dates of voting for first and second phase for Manipur Legislative Assembly poll. Meghalaya Chief Minister says Farmers' Welfare Program focus to benefit over 4.5 lakh farmers. And in cricket, in the third and final match of India-West Indies ODI series, West Indies chase a target of 266 runs. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.